Good afternoon and welcome back. Minister Heyliger, you have the opportunity to respond to the clarification questions by members of Parliament. You have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair Lady. The first clarification question was posed by MP Durant. For clarification's sake, the 51 million was it paid already, 30 million? He wanted some clarification on what I mentioned earlier, so no. The total amount is 51 million, and thus far, of the 51 million, 51 million, the principal was paid, and it's right now at 48 million. So the causeway, the total cost of the causeway, which is part of the entire consolidated loan, 35% of that consolidated loan is 51 million. Thus far, they have paid 48 minus 30, 51 minus 48, or 3 million already, but I guess in principle. So what is still owed is 48 million towards that, and that will be finalized in its entirety by 2025. 2035, sorry, for the record. And then MP York question. In a prior meeting, I indicated that my concerns about the permits and the casino license, and if I refer to the moratorium and indicated that that I will be caucusing with the Minister of Finance on the lottery booths. Yes, we will be caucusing with the Minister of Finance on all things gaming, which includes the casino license and the lottery booths, indeed. And if any changes need to be made, I would not be able to make it without that ministry. So indeed, that conversation will be had with the Minister of Finance. Then MP Arian's clarification was, am I stating that the legislation I'm referring to indicating that every booth we see have a license? So when a controller goes to the booth, the people that are on the booth are saying that they fall under a certain company. So as mentioned before, during the Central Committee meeting, they are operating on behalf of the lottery license holder, the lottery company for which they're selling the lottery, and do not have their own business licenses from the Ministry of TIAT. And as such, they are not operating as a BV or an NV. I think I mentioned that in the Central Committee meeting. However, with the new decree, and by extension, the new legislation, the lottery license holder is required to ask the ministry for permission to have a booth or point of sales or sales point, and they must meet the new requirements of the regulations as it will be stipulated per this decree. Thank you, Madam Chair Lady.
Thank you very much, Minister Heyliger, for clarifying those additional questions and queries by members of Parliament. Members of Parliament, we have come to the end of the first round with the Minister of TIAT. Considering that Minister Heyliger is also representing the Ministry of Justice and will be responding to questions relating to justice posed by members of Parliament, we don't even have to take an adjournment except for the minister to maybe swap her staff. So let's still do for 2 minutes. And for 2 minutes, let's adjourn for 2 minutes. The minister indicated a little more. Minister, was that the signal you were given? 5 minutes. Okay, so I'll wait for the clock to strike 4:30, and then I'll adjourn until 4:35. In fact, I'll adjourn now until 4:35. Meeting adjourned.